Listen close, my child. Danger lurks in the ink of a hidden diary, and time is running out. This isn't a scare tactic, it's a shield forged from truth. In a moment charged with uncanny precision, a woman's secret journal exploded into the light. Inside those pages you'll find no idle musings or gentle confessions. Instead, you'll uncover a cold, deliberate strategy, meticulously crafted to strike at your very core. Every word pulses with venom. Every sentence is a carefully laid trap. If we don't act now, it won't merely rattle your peace, it will shatter it. You might wonder, how did I get my hands on something so fiercely protected? Remember this: I see what others hide. I pierce their most guarded thoughts, revealing the dark blueprints they sketch in silence. And what I've unearthed is far more terrifying than you can imagine. This diary doesn't record fleeting pain, it architects your ruin. With ruthless clarity, it names the who, the where, the when, and outlines backup plans if the first attack fails. It breathes malicious intent. It skulks in the shadows of her mind, waiting to pounce. But here's the blade-edge truth: that diary was never meant for your eyes. She burned her own home in a desperate bid to bury the evidence, praying the flames would swallow every syllable. Yet flames bowed before higher power. Angels stormed the inferno, snatched the scorched pages from death's jaws, and delivered them pure and intact. Now the clock ticks toward the day she's circled in red, when her dark design springs to life. But you're not a helpless victim. You are armed with this revelation, and together we will dismantle her scheme before it ever moves. Stand ready. Trust what you know. Your light will not flicker, it will blaze, exposing every shadow she thought invisible. She laid out every step of her assault with ruthless precision. Names flashed like targets, locations mapped like battlefields, scenarios sketched in chilling detail, and she even drafted backup strikes in case her first blow missed. She didn't merely wish you harm, my child, she engineered your downfall. Page after venomous page, strategy dripped from her pen. And the most urgent truth: she circled the day of attack, bold, in red, etched with cold intent. It's not months away. It looms. It's close, too close. That's why I'm sounding the alarm now, this very heartbeat, because this is no longer if, but when. The storm she's been conjuring isn't a distant threat, it's already gathering overhead. I refuse to let it strike while you sleep unaware. Hear me, I didn't share this to terrify you. I shared it to arm you. You are not a victim, you are a warrior. And you will not suffer in silence. But you must stand with me now, alert, focused, ready to dismantle her plot before it can ever move. This goes deeper than your peace. It's about shattering a recurring nightmare, one that's dogged your footsteps through every season of your life, always cloaked in a different face, always hell-bent on snuffing out your light. Tonight, that pattern breaks. Not through fear, but through fierce clarity and decisive action. You will not merely survive, you will disarm her scheme before it begins to breathe. But first, we must return to the spark that kindled this fire, far back in a moment so hidden, not even heaven saw it coming. No angel whispered of it in dreams. No prophet sounded an alarm. It lay buried beneath layers of silence, an echo locked in darkness, until it fell into my hands. I confess, I didn't know it existed until the day I held that diary, cloaked in shadow, guarded by secrets as if it had made a pact with the night itself. And what chills me most isn't that it was hidden, it's the fanaticism with which its author executed her plan. She didn't jot down confused thoughts or fleeting anger. She performed a ritual of malice, each plan so ingrained in her mind she no longer needed to read the pages. Every cruel step memorized, every wicked intent fused to her soul. Then she unleashed her final act of erasure. She didn't drown the diary in water or bury it deep. She set her own house ablaze, flames raging like a demonic guardian, to obliterate every trace. It wasn't an accident. It was a sacrificial blaze, an offering to silence the truth forever. But she underestimated higher power. I saw that first spark, fleeting but foreboding, before smoke darkened the sky. I knew something profane burned, and someone or something lay trapped inside. I commanded my angels to storm the inferno, not to destroy, but to rescue and recover. Because I sensed at my core, that blaze was no ordinary fire. When my angels breached the scorching walls, the flames roared, alive, furious, protective, hissing, "Stay back," like serpent tongues. Yet they advanced, driven by divine purpose, tearing through heat and ash. At the inferno's hellish core they found what had to be saved. Charred but intact pages, proof she believed annihilated forever. Beneath the floorboards they unearthed something more sinister, a blood-tied talisman pulsing with her dark intent, a conduit for her hatred aimed squarely at your heart. She tried to burn her tracks. She tried to rewrite history in smoke. But truth is immortal when heaven guards it. Now the choice stands before you. Will you rise, armed with this revelation, and snuff out her scheme before it sparks to life? Or will you wait, unprepared, for the red-circled day when her darkness strikes? Stand with me, my child. The fire that should have consumed her conspiracy bowed instead before your destiny. And together, we will use the ashes of her intentions as the bedrock for your unstoppable rise. My angels halted in awe the moment they laid eyes on that diary, because they knew instantly this was no ordinary book. This was no private collection of fleeting feelings or hidden confessions. It was a weapon, a dark covenant inked in shadows, forged to bind and break you. The enemy had poured her hatred into every line, weaving a tapestry of malice that sought to choke your destiny. She never counted on divine vision, on my hand reaching through the rubble to reclaim what she fought to destroy. My angels carried the charred pages to me, moving with reverent urgency as though the very air around the diary might turn it to ash. Yet it remained solid, intact, pulsing with raw intent. I ripped open its cover, and raw energy exploded out, icy and exact. Each leaf bore a layer of attack, names tagged like prey, locations mapped like siege lines, fallback strikes drafted in merciless detail. No aimless scribble, no ranting outburst, this was war by design, inked with surgical precision. Every entry laid a trap. Every paragraph shaped a snare. Every sentence aimed at your heart. Then I saw it, again and again, stamped in bold red circles, the first day of next month. That date is her deadline. That date is her declaration. She believes that when it arrives, you will tremble. She believes your defenses will crumble. She counted on your guard being down, on your spirit running out of strength. But she never expected the flames to bow before heaven's command. She never imagined the diary would emerge whole from her own inferno. She never dreamed I would deliver its threat straight into your hands, armed with clarity before she could strike. So I turned the page, and what I read froze even the fiercest angel in silence. Because her scheme wasn't just to harm you, it was to replace you. She doesn't only want to shatter your life, she wants to steal your place, your name, your purpose, your very calling. This is more than envy. It's spiritual invasion. It's a counterfeit trying to masquerade as you. Now that I've unlocked her design, it's your moment to act. Are you ready to stare down her darkest line, the one she hoped you'd never see? Are you prepared to seize the power that revelation gives you? Turn the page with me, my beloved child. Brace yourself, for what you're about to read is not just urgent, it's sacred. Her plan reaches past this day, past this attack, it stretches into your tomorrows. She wants to sever you from purpose, to sever you from blessing, to erase the destiny I wrote on your soul before you drew your first breath. She aims to silence your voice, to darken your light, to rewrite the story I authored in love. But listen close, child of light, her design will not prevail. I did not carry you through every trial just to let you fall now. Remember Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That is not hope, it's decree, it's promise, it's truth sealed with eternity. That's why I didn't stop at exposing her diary, I mobilized my warrior host. Even today, unseen armies move before you, around you, within you. They're unraveling her hidden knots, uprooting every trap she planted in secret. They're shredding her blueprints and scattering the ashes before she can draw breath. You are not alone. I walk beside you, rewriting her ending. But this victory demands your yes. I invite your faith. I call for your focus. This is no solo mission, it is our divine partnership. When your spirit aligns with my will, when your heart declares, here I stand, even amid the storm, miracles will surge faster than her assault. Curses will collapse. Her dark scheming will recoil and fracture under the weight of truth. So do not back down. Do not yield your throne to fear. Plant faith firmly in its place, and watch how I turn her weapon into your weapon. The plan she forged to break you will become the cornerstone of your greatest breakthrough. The ashes of her destruction will become the fertile ground for your elevation. Hear me, precious one, every word I've spoken over your life still hums with power. Every promise still pulses toward fulfillment. No one, no demon, no deception, can unwrite what I've inscribed on your destiny. So rest your anxious heart. Release the grind of endless why. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are not late. Every detour was a step of divine choreography. Every delay held hidden blessing. Every silence prepared your victory. I see what you cannot. I hold the full tapestry while you hold one thread. Trust my process. Nothing in your life is random or wasted. I am intentional, weaving every heartbreak, every battle, every unseen triumph into the masterpiece of your rise. As your faith grows, so will your clarity. You'll sense it in your breath, in your bones. You'll carry a quiet surety that defies logic. You'll move with unstoppable momentum. You'll love without hesitation. You'll dream with blazing hope, because you are becoming exactly who I crafted you to be. Let that truth anchor you. Let it drive you. You're not merely surviving, you're transforming. And nothing, not the most calculated plot against you, can halt the work I've set in motion. Now draw near and still your racing heart. Place your plans, your hopes, your doubts, hand them over. Not because they lack value, but because I hold something greater. Let go in faith, and leave room for my unfolding miracle. I promise you success, but it may not look like you imagined. It may veer off your charted course or arrive later than you wanted. Yet what I bring will run deeper, last longer, and shape your soul in ways you never expected. The doors I swing open won't just unlock achievements, they'll usher you into your calling. The blessings I shower won't just fill your hands, they'll transform your future. I delay not to frustrate you but to refine what's coming so that it lands with unshakable glory. When you trust me completely, when you whisper, "Your way, not mine," I will move in ways that eclipse every expectation. You'll witness unlikely doors fly open. You'll feel peace in the fiercest battles. You'll receive answers in the quietest moments. That is the power of surrender, turning waiting into wonder, obedience into overflow. So give me your timelines, your goals, your what-ifs, and your might-have-beens. Give me your questions. In return, I will give you clarity sharper than any blade, peace deeper than any valley, and open doors no man can shut. Know this: every prayer you utter, every tear you've shed, I have recorded them all. Not one plea has fallen into silence. My absence never meant rejection, it meant preparation. I have been aligning heavens and earth with precision only I comprehend. While you endured, I worked. While you hoped, I built. And now, without fanfare, you stand at the threshold of the extraordinary. Your trials were sacred soil, where strength took root and character blossomed. I held you in the in-between, and I hold you still as you step into the promise. The blessing poised for you isn't just for your hands, it's for your heart, and it's nearer than you think. Keep your gaze on me. Keep your spirit unguarded. Keep your trust anchored in this: I am the God who never breaks his word. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are precisely where you belong, on the cusp of something breathtaking. When it unfolds, you will look back and see: every trial, every delay, every sigh was the very path that led you here, because what I give is always worth the wait. I do not hold back to frustrate you. Every delay serves a purpose, a refining fire shaping what's coming so that when it arrives, it will not slip through your fingers but take root and flourish. When you surrender fully, when you lay your plans at my feet and say, "God, have your way," then I begin to move with unstoppable power. You will witness doors swinging open that no one expected. You will find peace blooming in places once clouded with doubt. Answers will come in moments you once thought empty, transforming your waiting into a wellspring of hope. This is the miracle of surrender. It's the space where waiting turns into testimony, where obedience spills over into abundance. So bring me everything: your timelines, your goals, your what-ifs, your deepest fears, and your if-onlys. Bring your questions and your doubts, because in exchange, I will gift you clarity sharper than any blade, peace deeper than any storm, and open doors no human hand can close. My precious child, I have seen every prayer you whispered in the dark. Not a single word has vanished into silence. Every tear you shed into the night, wondering if I heard, you were heard. My silence was not absence, it was preparation. While you waited, I worked. While you hoped, I built. Behind the scenes, with heavenly precision, I have been aligning every detail, orchestrating every outcome. And now, quietly but powerfully, you stand on the threshold of the impossible made real. That weight you carried was never wasted, it was sacred soil. It was where strength grew, where character was forged, where faith was sharpened like steel. I held you through the in-between, and I hold you still as you take the next step. The blessing coming is not just for your hands, it is for your heart, your soul, and it is closer than you think. So keep your eyes on me. Keep your spirit wide open. Keep trusting that I am a God who keeps every promise. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you were meant to be, on the brink of something magnificent. When it unfolds, you will look back and know this path was necessary because what I bring to you is always worth the wait. If this message touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to our channel for more uplifting messages. Your support means the world to us. If you feel led, consider sending a super thanks, up to $20, to help us continue spreading hope and encouragement.